Yeah.
So tonight is the wonderful, funny, and super host, Keith Dodson.
Well, thank you, Barb. And this is the Dallas Songwriters Association. This is our weekly online open mic night, Wednesday nights, 7 to 9, and streaming live on Facebook. Tonight's batting order, I'll be leading off, followed by Barbara, followed by Bill, followed by Chris, followed by Harry, followed by Ace, and then anyone else who happens to join us at a later time. So I guess I will start off, and I'm going to be doing a little something experimental tonight. I don't think I've done this on the open mics, but I'm going to try going electric. And
is that an ESS 335 I see there, my friend?
No, sir. This is a 1973 Gretsch Country Gentleman.
Oh, nice. Beautiful, beautiful.
This was my eye candy back when I was a teenager, and alas, I had no job. So when I asked my dad to borrow money to purchase that brand new 73 Gretsch, alas, it did not happen. But about 10 years ago, I saw a 73 Gretsch at Charlie's Guitars, and I thought, I've got a job now. So it is now mine. So anyway, 1, 2, 3. Is that mixing okay there?
I think it sounds good. We'll know better when you sing, but
there's another stream. Somebody else
good.
is in the background.
Okay, it stopped. I think it was when Harry muted.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, we're all Texas songwriters, for the most part anyway.
There's another performer.
Okay, Chris, when you are unmuting, we're hearing something else. Are you maybe streaming something on Facebook?
Who, me? No, I'm not even on Facebook.
Well, we're hearing something whenever you unmute. Yeah. Do you have something running in the background on your computer? Okay. You might check and see if you've got any tasks running in the background, because that's coming whenever you unmute there, Chris. So I'll go ahead and get started. Last week, a bunch of people were doing your Texas songs, and I didn't do mine because it really needs to be electric. And I don't really play electric, so this may come out really like a lead balloon. But I struggled to find a song about Texas until one night at the end of a long road trip. I saw a vision in the sky, and I said, yeah, that's what I love about Texas. So this is called Homage to a Texas Icon. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size to go. And if there's money left over, add an apple pie, my dear. This is the number 1 place for a Texas boy to find a little cheer. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size for here. I headed west on I-20 coming home from Savannah one night. I crossed the Texas state line and up ahead I saw a beautiful sight. It was a big orange W shining like an angel in the night. I took the Longview exit, I was gonna get myself a bite. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size for here. 'Cause I've been driving all day and my appetite has made it clear. that this is the best place for a Texas boy to find a little cheer. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size for here. Now Burger King and Wendy's and McDonald's, they just make me pout. And as for In-N-Out, well, you can leave it out. Mayonnaise? A Saturday night, I'm picking up my baby at her home. Now she's a hep water honey, she's in a league of her own. And a honey mustard chicken strip sandwich puts her in the zone. Throw in a strawberry shake and I'll never have to be alone. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size to go. Add a honey mustard combo with a shake and don't be slow. Don't be slow, 'cause my baby and me were going out to see a picture show. And don't you know that she's my Whataburger baby and I'm her Whataburger beau. Oh, I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size to go. Go cat go. I'll have a number 2 with cheese all the way, what a size to go. Just like you like it.
All right. Did I miss the Whataburger part of it?
It's in the chorus.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Well, I guess, yeah. Well, so
Is that
there's
what
at
it's
the end, it
about?
says she's my Whataburger baby. And
Baby,
I'm her
okay.
Whataburger beau.
I knew this was about Whataburger.
Well, and the what a size should have been a dead giveaway. That's in the chorus every time.
You know, I don't know if you should honor Whataburger anymore with that song since they've gone national. They're not so good anymore, are they?
Well, they're okay if you go to the right location. But you're right. It's owned by a Yankee conglomerate now, but they claim they're going to try to keep it. If they start making changes, then we'll have to abandon it. I've already abandoned Dr. Pepper for un-Texan practices with their, well, you know, the oldest bottling plant of any kind in the world was in Dublin, Texas.
Yeah.
And they bottled Dr. Pepper with pure cane sugar. And apparently they were selling their product outside of their assigned area, and Whataburger sued them and shut them down. And that's very un-Texan. I think the move from Dallas is what caused it when they moved to Plano. But maybe even leaving Waco was a bad idea. So anyway.
I used to love Dr. Pepper. I grew up on Dr. Pepper.
I can't drink sugar anymore anyway. So
Yeah.
if
Oh,
I've
does
got
weird
pure
things to
cane
people.
aspartame, I guess that's what we can have here now. Well, anyway, it is now time for Barbara McMillen.
Let me get me to the spotlight here. Oh, there I am. Hello. T.
There.
All right, I'm going to do one of my Texas songs. This is a song about a 10-count polka. When the moon looks over sawdust floors in Texas, porch lights glimmer softly in the night. The place you'll find every mother's son next is promenading his girl around the dance floor looking right. When you learn to do the polka down in Texas, you can grab that gal though you may not know her name. Heel toe, step, heel toe, let's go around the floor, you know. Across the Lone Star State is a Texas promenade. You don't have to be country to dance in Texas. Just loosen up and then you'll have it made. You don't have to live in the Lone Star State to polka, but you gotta have Texas in your heart to promenade. When you learn to do the polka down in Texas, you You can grab that gal, though you may not know her name. Heel toe, step, heel toe, let's go round the floor, you know. Across the Lone Star State, it's the Texas Promenade. When you learn to do the polka down in Texas, you can grab that gal, though you may not know her name. Heel toe, step, heel toe, let's go round the floor, you know. Across the Lone Star State, it's a Texas Promenade.
I don't think I've heard that one before. That was nice. I really liked
Thank you.
that one. Very nice. And now, next on the agenda, the fabulous Bill Martin. What you gonna play tonight, Bill?
I'm going to play Thank You World. Thank You World. And thank you, Harry, for funneling into us tonight. This one's called I Will Never. And it's different. I've gotten used to the idea that every time I play it, it's going to be different. I'm even in a group right now, and they've got Monopoly money where they bet on whether the next practice I'm going to do it the same arrangement as I did last practice. So anyway, here, this may or may not be definitive, but here it is for tonight. What's the point in telling you if you don't believe it's true? I could never leave you. Bound together, me and you. Supernatural super glue. I could never leave you. I will love and keep you. I'd like to think you love me too. Driving in the car with you, all alone, it's just we two. I could never leave you. I could never leave you. I could never leave. I could never leave. I could never leave you. When the ancient ruins do everything we expect them to, I could never leave you.
Right.
Bada, bada, bada.
Yeah. That's a good one. All right. Well, next on the agenda tonight, we have Chris. What you got for us tonight, Chris? You'll need to unmute. There we
Hello?
go.
This is a song that I wrote a while back. I actually it's on the first album I did with a group called Texan the Roadies, and I actually did pretty good in one of your contests. It's kind of a true story because I when I wrote it, there used to be a radio station across the street. I used to have a store, and this song, I got challenged. I was sitting there playing guitar in the window, and this DJ came over for lunch. There was a little cafe next door, and he said, "You know how to play that thing?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I'm gonna go have a sandwich. Why don't you write a song and have it done when I get back?" So I did. White blind man walking down the street, junkie making time, waiting for the heat. Old man stumbling, can't find his keys, it's all the same on Jefferson Road. Sitting by a window, making up a dream. 2 nights ago, a woman came to me, drop a coin in, it's time that we leave, it's all the same on Jefferson Road. Hey there, cowboy, where are you going? Hey there, cowboy, what's that you're doing? Lost your way, can't see a thing. Hey there, cowboy, fly away. White-haired lady in your plastic car of blue, is that a dream? Is that really you? Waiting for the caravan of love and fame, it's all the same on Jefferson Road. Last Saturday night, I had a drink or two, laying alone, nothing else to do. Just a happy wanderer, nobody's fool, it's all the same on Jefferson Road. Hey there, cowboy, where are you going? Hey there, cowboy, what's that you're doing? Lost your way, can't see a thing. Hey there, cowboy, fly away.
All right, very nice.
Thank you.
Love that one.
Was that DJ impressed when you played that song for him when he got back from lunch? Is that the same? Is that
Well,
some-
it's really he walked in and I played it for him, and then he just went back to work.
that's a hell of a
don't know.
song to write just in the like that. Yeah.
Well, it was really interesting. There was actually a woman who drove up. She had white hair and she was in a blue Corvette. She dropped a coin in the machine, and the white blind man. I come to find out later that this guy actually was a piano player. He was blind, but he was a piano player, and he used to play in all the clubs in Springfield back when the Ozark Jubilee was a big deal. And so everything was, it just all kind of fell in place. Those are the songs that you like, that like 3-4 minutes and you just go, oh wow, and it just panned out.
I miss Cowboy though.
Oh, I do too.
Oh man, what a great dog.
Oh, he was great, man. He was just wonderful. And it was right before I was contemplating to leave and go to Texas, and that's when that verse came up, and it was about me and my dog packing up and coming to Dallas, because the Daredevils had just made a big album, and all of us who had helped in that venture and we're all part of it, we all left and tried to find our own deal. I was chasing Willie Nelson at that time. He just released Red-Headed Stranger there in Garland. I said, well, shoot, I'm going to go down there.
Well, we're glad you're here.
And then I ran into Barbara, and that was excellent there.
Awesome.
Yeah, she taught me all about the music business.
Which has changed now.
Oh, big time, big time. Her and Don, we had
Just when you learn the rules, they change the rules.
And that, boy, no kidding. And now, what really bothers me is now they're trying to figure out why the tickets are so expensive. Well, piracy is the reason tickets are so expensive, because you can't make any more money off selling your album or selling your songs. They don't pay you for that anymore. So you got to make it some way.
Yeah. Well, anyway, next we have Mr. Harry Hewlett, man of extreme talents, from west of us originally. And what you going to sing about tonight, Harry?
Well, I tell you what, I was driving to this little town the other day, stopped at a red light, waiting for the light to turn green, had an idea to write a song, had my guitar with me, so I pulled it out of the back seat and I wrote this song, Waiting for the Light to Turn Green. If you believe that, I got a piece of the Brooklyn Bridge, I'll show you. Anyway, that's a hell of a song, Chris. I like that song. I liked everything about that song. I like the melody too. Okay, it's called Tahoka Daisy, a little song. I'm not sure if it's a song with a girl metaphor about a flower, or a song with a flower metaphor about a girl. It's something, but somewhere in between is this song. It goes like this. I met that little yellow rose way down in Texas, don't you know? But Rosie never did a thing for me. 'Cause Texas has another flower. I think about her every hour. Her beauty's fresher than the morning breeze. So take me up just south of Lubbock to that place where we both grew up. She's the prettiest flower I've ever seen. I'm talking about Tahoka Daisy. She's the one who drives me crazy. Tahoka Daisy, you're the gal for me. Tahoka Daisy, I love you. Tahoka Daisy, I'll be true. And like that little blossom of purple and gold, I know our love will always grow. Tahoka Daisy, you're so sweet. You've got me on my knee. Tahoka Daisy, you're the lady, and will you marry me? I said I met that little yellow rose way down in Texas, don't you know? But Rosie never did a thing for me. I love that because Texas has another flower. I think about her every hour and all the ways that she knows how to please. So drop me off just south of Lubbock. All my exes you can call up. She's the prettiest flower I've ever seen. I'm talking about Tahoka Daisy. She's the one who drives me crazy. Tahoka Daisy, you're the gal for me. Tahoka Daisy, You're the lady, and will you marry me? Dahoka Daisy, right there.
All right.
Love song.
That's great.
And anyway, that's my song.
All
Next. Next.
right.
You
And
can
next
see us
we
as we're
have-
clapping, even though we're muted, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why you do it up here and
Yeah,
not-
right.
not
exactly.
behind your back.
What happened to the crowd?
That's right. You have to let
Harry
everybody.
runs the crowd, so he was
Oh, the crowd,
he was
yeah.
basking in the applause there.
That was a good little 5-minute song too. There,
There we go.
there we go.
Oh,
I got louder applause than y'all did.
yeah. That was
I'm
about
running-
to
I'm
run
running the
mic
More
applause.
over.
popular. More popular.
Well, next in line, completing our first cycle, unless someone happens to come in the last minute here, we have the incomparable Ace Pounder.
Was that appropriate for a how about imponderable? That would be cool. Now the joke is a Pittsburgh joke, which is that in Pittsburghese the word, when you say pond, you mean P-O-U-N-D. And as a result, when I first came down here, it was a shock to my ears to hear about ponding on the roads, because my immediate image were all these people. It's like, why are they angry at the roads? But they were not. So, but anyway, that has nothing to do with what I'm going to do. Although I think I will do a Pittsburgh song later. I got to get all my areas of influence. This is the main area of influence, which is my lovely wife and our dogs and my friends, and that's all that counts. And so, as far as I'm concerned, that's all I really need. A sweet summer evening with the family I love. The soft fade of sunlight when the stars wake up above. Listening to the warbling of a lone white-winged dove. That's all I really need. Dinner with friends at the usual place. Laughing with the boys when they get on my case. Seeing a big smile and laugh in your face. That's all I really need. That's all I really need. All the rest is just decoration. Empty to die and celebration, wherever life may lead. That's all I really need. The simplest joys are the brightest joys. They will brighten the footsteps of life. The most precious facets of my world are the puppies and my wife. So hug me a little closer before we go to bed. Neil and Pet Muffin, Pat Bentley on his head, stopping to appreciate the life we have led. That's all I really need. That's all I really need.
Oh, yeah.
And it is.
That
That's
is
all I-
nice.
Oh, thank you, sir. Well, it's true. And look, the Martians like it too. Damn, it's an interplanetary hit. No question about it. Well, I'm not sure there are some parts of the audience I really want to get into, but okay, yeah.
Your fans are different than most people. Weird.
Oh,
I want to know what that red thing is on your microphone stand back there. Is that a hat?
Oh, that's a fez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's the story behind that is that at my what was it wedding, it happened at the same time, coincided. I knew there was a word in English for it, with an assembly of the Shriners, who were very nice people and stuff, but it became a standing joke with my friends that, wherever you went to the thing, it was the Shriners. So one of my friends gave me a fez, and so it became emblematic among a small group of friends that one must have a fez. So that is the total story, but I will tell you this. It still works to get a laugh on occasion. You show up to my house and I'm wearing his fez, $50 says I'm getting a chuckle. So
I can't remember what movie it was, but there was some comedy mystery kind of movie, and the femme fatale tells the hero, said, go to this hotel and seek out the man with the red hat. And she goes to the hotel and there's a Shriners convention going on.
Hey, Ace, that might get you into or onto the float at the state fair. The Shriners just have the last float thing that they're all playing music. You just bring up your banjo and wear your
Yeah,
Shriners
you got your
hat
Shriners
and jump on there and play with them.
sure, they seem like nice people. What can
Yeah.
I say,
All right. Well, looks like it's come full circle. Ready to start round two. Round one was awesome. And let's see, I did my Texas song last time. This time I think I'll do a love song. One day I launched my browser, pure knowledge to acquire. An image came upon my screen, it set my heart on fire. Well, she smiled at me with big brown eyes, too lovely to describe. She asked me to like her and also to subscribe. Well, she's the girl of my streams. I saw her on the net. It started with a Facebook meme, the subject I forget. But now she shows up everywhere, cat videos and spam, recommended by YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. Well, I really just had to meet her. I clicked to find her store, bought 3 t-shirts and a mug, a tote bag and much more. But to a message down below, my lovesick eyes were drawn. To really get to know me, just join my Patreon. She's the girl of my streams. I saw her on the net. Started with a Facebook meme, the subject I forget. But now she shows up everywhere, cat videos and spam, recommended by YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. Finally got to know her. I'm happy to report her page tells all about her and her levels of support. And for inside information and exclusive streams deluxe, join her inner circle 1 month for $30. She's a girl of my streams. Saw her on the net. Started with a Facebook meme, the subject I forget. Now she shows up everywhere, cat videos and spam. Recommended by YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. I'll follow her on Instagram and Twitter and WhatsApp and YouTube and TikTok. Girl of my streams. All right. And next, we have Barbara McMillen.
I guess you set the tone for love songs. If I could only reach for you.
Oh, Barbara, I'm going to interrupt you. It sounds to me as if somehow it slipped back into original sound off.
And you're absolutely right. It did. I just turned it on though. So let's try it again. Now I'm not playing a piano sound. It's a guitar sound. Let's try it again. Thank you. If I could only reach for you the way I reach for you when I'm alone, you'd feel the touch I'd have to give to you would make you feel like you've come home. But I only seem to stumble, get into trouble when I say what's on my mind. And I'm far behind in showing how much I love. If I could only smile at you the way I'd smile when my eyes recall your face, you'd feel the warmth I'd have to give to you that puts the sunshine in second place. Although we are still strangers, you're in no danger. I feel I've loved you all my life, and you know it's right if I can prove my love. If I can prove if
Well, that was beautiful.
It sounded, Barbara.
Thank you.
Have you recorded that? Did you guys ever record that?
Yeah, it's been recorded by another artist.
Yeah. Who?
a cast member of the musical Give Me a Break.
That was really good.
It's beautiful, yeah.
It made my night. Did you guys get snow down there?
I think we had a flurry or two up north.
Yeah. McKinney and Denton and places up above 380 got snow,
We got 6 inches.
and west. Y'all got a lot of snow, didn't you, in Springfield?
Yeah, a lot of snow, but it's going away fast.
All right. And now Bill Martin.
In the night, when I can't see, there's a light that shines for me. Oh yeah, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Oh, it's going to be alright. I don't know how our things work out the way they do, but it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Oh, it's going to be alright. All I need is peace of mind. Yeah, that's all I need to find. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know how our things work out the way they do, but it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Oh, it's going to be alright. Oh, it's going to be alright. Going to be alright.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thanks.
And now, I think the audience was waiting for the translation there, so now. Okay, there we go. And now next in line, Chris Albert. The Land with Snow.
If you hear a little buzz, it's my G string is going out. So. And that was my phone. Here's a song that I wrote a while back when I was traveling a lot, running around up and down the highway. I had taken a trip out to California to play at a place called the Ice House, which was in Pasadena, and to visit some friends. And on the way back home, we were driving through Gallup, New Mexico at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was inspired by not only the sunset, but what I saw. And I'm very much into the Native Americans. And this song, finally got to record it. Where are you going so young, yet so old? Can you see the distant skies so cold? We have made you feel the shame. We have brought you down. Can you feel the pain today? Old man walking in the morning light. Superhighway on one side, desert on the right. Shacks built in less than a day. Cold of winter blowing through. Can you feel the pain today? Plastic signs shows off your heritage. What has man done to bring you down? Children now have not begun. Help precede your ground. The pain of the Indian is now.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. And our officer of crowd control, that wandering troubadour of West Texas himself, Mr. Harry Hewlett.
I get to follow Chris every time. Yeah, he's a tough one to follow. Hey, y'all see that? That's not a fever blister on my lip. Can you see it?
Yeah.
I got too close with the razor the other day. I was shaving too fast and don't do that. Don't do that.
What do they? You know
That
what they
happened
call
the
it?
morning I got married. That was really
Hey, Harry, you know what they call a tomato in West Texas?
No, what?
Who flung that mater? You ever hear that in West Texas?
No.
Oh.
No.
I played a club one time in Dallas, and there was a couple from West Texas, and that's what they said. Do you know
Oh,
that
yeah.
song, Who Flung That Mater? And I went, no.
No. Oh, they'll lie. Those people out there lie to you. Now, Chris is a great guitar player. This little thing, well, it would be easy for him to do, but I was noodling. You know, when you noodle, sometimes just something comes out. So this thing came out, and I wrote this little song about it. It's not much of a song, it's a short song, but it took me a long time to get it down. This. So here's what I came up with. I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. What fun we had beneath those city lights. But when the sun came up next day in Dallas, she said she saw Lubbock in my eyes. I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. Since then, how swiftly all the years went by. I bet you I'd have lived my life in Dallas if she hadn't seen Lubbock in my eyes. I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. What fun we had beneath those city lights. I bet you I'd have lived my life in Dallas if I hadn't had Lubbock in my eyes.
That was very good.
That all came from that one little lick, you know. But
Have you heard that one before?
Yeah, I've done that before.
Okay.
You know, I took a creative writing class with Sheila Davis one time. I was living in New York City, and she talked a lot about just noodling and, you know, how you do something like that. One way to do it is just pick up your guitar and sit there and watch TV and just mindlessly play the guitar, you know.
I do it all the time.
And physical.
I mindlessly play the guitar anytime I play it.
But your creative, your muse or whatever will kind of bubble up.
You don't need the modifier there.
Like walking or driving your car, or anything kind of that doesn't really require much thought, but you just do it, just physically doing it, and then those little ideas pop up. Anyway, I still don't have that guitar but down that well. I hadn't practiced that much, but it was kind of difficult.
Sounded good to me, I thought.
But it, you know, and what I guess everybody studied the guitar. I never studied all that much, but I remember reading somewhere where it said the thumb. Well, if you know when you finger pick, the thumb is the left hand on the piano.
Yeah.
And your other two fingers.
My problem is
or
I'm dyslexic.
Or your right hand on the piano playing the high
My
keys.
fingers are dyslexic, and you know, they don't like to cooperate. So
Yeah. Well, anyway, I didn't mean to take up so much time, but I will be quiet. Oh, wait a minute. Boy, he's good.
give yourself a
That
hand.
guy's good. Wow. Next.
All right.
Next.
And next is Mr. Ace Pounder.
All right. Doing a little, yeah, I mean, when you basically stride piano and ragtime piano and ragtime guitar are all related that way, and especially you can see the thumb is the left hand, especially when you're playing octaves and stuff like that, which is cool. Anyway, and moving in from the world of music theory, this is I've played this a bunch of times recently, but I really like this song, and it's about a friend and just thinking about him. He's a good guy. He has a tendency to get lost in the woods, though. Metaphysically, and actually I've been with him when we've done it geographically. But anyway, this is for my friend Mark. Last week I heard from a friend of ours. I was distressed by what he told me, that you haven't been yourself in quite a while. He said you never seem to call him back. You're avoiding everybody. Since COVID, he said, he hasn't seen you smile. But I remember you from better days when we were young adventurers. Sometime in our 20s, we were barely more than kids. I remember hours of scampering in the woods of North Virginia, on uneven rocky pathways winding around the Great Falls cliffs. Skipping stones, splashing flat across the wide Potomac. Those days were just fantastic when we were buddies skipping stones. We felt just like George Washington right there by the same damn river, where he stood with a silver dollar in his hand. We would toss our stones away in the hopes that they would make it, hoping to hear the clatter that our stones had reached the land. Skipping stones, splashing flat across the Potomac. Those days were just fantastic when we were buddies skipping stones. So I hope the woes I hear about short in their duration. And again you're by the river in the sun. Please send me a place on the overlook where we would hang together. Just old friends from ancient times still having fun. Skipping stones, splashing across the wide Potomac. Those days were just fantastic with my buddies skipping stones. Skipping stones, splashing flat across the river. Those days will last forever. Just old buddies skipping stones. There. For my friend Mark.
You know, where I grew up, we didn't have anything bigger than a horse trough to skip a stone on, so it was a different sport.
Yeah. It was quality, quantity. Right, yeah.
Yeah, you had to be very precise.
Wait, sometimes when it rained, you had those things that were called, that the ponds that stood on the ground. What were they called? There's a specific name for them.
The Playa Lakes?
Playa lakes.
Yeah.
You
we
had to
to-
play a lake occasionally.
Yeah, we had 4 of them. There's one. It rained. We got like 14 inches of rain one time, like in a day, and we had a lake in every direction. You had to walk. We couldn't go anywhere. And like a jillion frogs. So the little frogs, I think these little eggs they just kind of lay in the ground for like forever. And then when the conditions are right, they all are born at the same time, and you can just hear them. It just roar. It's a roar around those Playa Lakes. Something. Playa Lake.
All right.
Great song there.
That was a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're ready for round 3 now, so I guess I get to start off again. Harry was talking earlier about studying guitar. I just read the Cliff's Notes, so that may explain a lot. This is a story about Death by Discovery Channel. It was early afternoon with a dark and cloudy sky south of Hugo, Oklahoma. By the middle of July, Benny Scott was staring at a red spot on his screen with purple in the center. The sight looked really mean. If he could get there in 2 hours, he might catch an awesome sight of it crossing Lake Eufaula in the early evening light. Perhaps an EF5 tornado reaching to the ground, ripping up the real estate and throwing it all around. He wasn't seeking thrills, he only wanted to make him proud, to be the front runner to that monster from the clouds, staging all the storm fronts out on those open plains, hoping the folks in Hugo might recognize his name. The middle child of 3, but he never seemed to clear the bar he felt his family held up so high and dear. Little brother was an athlete, a high school football star. Big sister was in med school, he was really going far. Well, he thought he was and also ran, a man who never won, 'cause Benny never led the pack in anything he'd done. But one day on the TV screen he saw that fateful show of people running around the country chasing tornadoes. He wasn't seeking thrills, he only wanted to make them proud, to be the front runner to those monsters from the clouds, chasing all the storm fronts out on those open plains, hoping the folks in Hugo would recognize his name. Well, he loaded up his gear and he started on his drive. He got there around 4:30. The storm front came at 5. He hoped to get a photograph like no one has before. He barely had his tripod set. The wind began to roar. 30,000 feet of thunderheads were reaching to the sky. And then he saw the corner. From the corner of his eye, he focused on his prey. He never looked around. He didn't see the billboard that was ripped out of the ground. Now the tempest was spectacular as it danced about. But Benny never saw it, 'cause he was bleeding out. The remnants of that billboard struck him in the head. Benny Scott lay on that Oklahoma prairie dead. Back down south in Hugo, his family and friends had gathered there to mourn the news of Benny's tragic end. Why did he have to run away and chase that old cyclone? Did he not know how precious that his presence was at home? wasn't seeking thrills, he only wanted to make 'em proud. To be the front runner to that monster from the clouds. He didn't know the love he craved was there all of the time. The ones he left behind him were like his own gold mine. Oh, the love he craved was there all of the time.
I bet the ghost of Benny was down in Houston yesterday.
Oh, he must have been. Must have been. Well, anyway, we now come to the lovely Barbe.
I hate the part of your song that says he bleeds out.
I can't think of any better way to, or
I just like happy endings. You know, Rio and I wrote a song about drugs, and I had to write a last verse where it goes through the 12-step process.
oh man,
Because I like happy endings.
it was like 3 or 4. I love happy endings. I think I wrote 3 in a row where the protagonist ended up dying. So
What was going on there? Hard times at your work or something.
yeah, it must have been, or something I ate. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to do a blues song here. It's gonna be a blue moon tonight, 'cause you're coming home soon tonight. Since that telephone rang, I can't think of a thing but holding you, kissing you, loving you. You've been traveling on the road, seems like since our wedding day. My mama says she knowed you was just an old stray, but my daddy says you ain't no good, that you never would be round except once in a blue moon. It's gonna be a blue moon tonight, 'cause you're coming home soon tonight. It's gonna be a blue moon tonight.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
How many songs refer to blue moons? It's a really beautiful metaphor, I think.
Yep. Once in a blue moon is a common phrase, cliche, basically.
I heard Nancy Griffith today singing "Once in a Very Blue Moon," so
That would be a good one.
emphasizing that metaphor there. And next in line, man who's not a blue moon, but is a wonderful singer-songwriter, Mr. Bill Martin.
Wow, thank you. This is It's Gonna Be All Right, Part 2. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, 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 ooh, ah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Always great, Bill. And now we have Chris Elbert.
Well, I hate to say it, but I had a friend who passed away in December, and I was actually going to plan on. I have these two songs here that are incomplete, so I'm going to skip my next song. But I've been trying to take care of this person's estate and property, and it's taken up a lot of time. So I'm just going to say I can't do another song. I've got two here, Quite a Fella, and another one called John Says Forte or Fate, and you're gonna have to give me a couple more weeks to work these on. I haven't had quite any time actually, so.
Well, it doesn't have to be new stuff if you'd like to play something old.
Something old. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you don't have to have something freshly written if you want to sing something
Well, I've been
else.
playing all the old songs. The one I could probably do is called A Little Sin, which I helped do the arrangement on, and I helped the person to write it, put it all together and stuff. But that's about as far as I've gotten right now.
Okay, well, then we will move on to Harry then.
I got a tornado story if y'all want to hear it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
I grew up way the heck out there in the middle of nowhere out there in West Texas. You can see for 100 miles almost. But we went to the cellar a lot. You'd see those old clouds come up. And we had this dog. He was half boxer and half chow. We called him Boxer. And every time we'd go to the cellar, Daddy'd holler and say, "Get in the cellar, get in the cellar," and we'd all run to the cellar, and because he'd listen on the radio and watch the clouds and stuff. And we'd always try to get that dog to go in the cellar with us, and never would, And one day, Daddy saw this cloud, and he said, "Get in the cellar, get in the cellar." And he went out, and when he opened the door to get in the cellar, that dog was the first one to get in the cellar. And we had a tornado that day.
Wow.
And
my grandma said it always stunk.
They can, oh yeah, they don't smell so bad when a tornado's coming.
Yeah.
But the tornado went by. It didn't do any damage on our house or anything. We all got climbed out of the cellar and was watching it, and everyone was just real calm, just sitting there watching this tornado. You could kind of hear the tornado, and you could see these bits of clouds from all around, just kind of, just flying into the tornado. And my daddy rolled his own cigarettes. He smoked Prince Albert, and he would roll his own cigarettes, and he carried kitchen matches to light his cigarette with. He was sitting there watching that that tornado go away, and I was standing right there beside my daddy, and he rolled a cigarette and stuck it in his mouth, and got his kitchen match out, and lit that cigarette, and stuck the kitchen match in his mouth, and threw the cigarette on the ground. so he was scared. He didn't look scared, but he was shook up a little bit. Anyway, I'll play a song. No more stories tonight. Lother Road was dark and crooked. The moon was in the trees. I saw her in my headlights. She was looking straight at me. I stopped to try and help her, do anything I could do. Her sheer white dress was dripping wet. Moss was on her shoes. Have you heard the story about that haunted place? The story of a girl they call the Lady of White Rock Lake. She said, my boat turned over. Give me a ride, sir, if you will. I live with my father up on top of Teepee Hill. Her voice began to falter. I helped her with the door. Halfway to the top was just a puddle on the floor. Had heard the story about that haunted place. Story of the girl they called the Lady of White Rock Lake. At the top I saw a mansion. A man was standing there. I told him what had happened, and a cold chill filled the air. He said, son, I had a daughter. Is this some kind of joke? You're the third guy to say he's seen her since she drowned 3 weeks ago. Have you heard the story about that haunted place? The story of the girl they call the Lady of White Rock Lake. Now this story is a strange one. This story is a strange one. Hang on here. Strange one. Some facts, they just don't jive. The little girl has drowned in White Rock Lake since 1945. I Googled up that spot exactly where she said she lived. There ain't nothing but a graveyard up on top of Teepee Hill.
Oh, That's my favorite one, Harry. I really love that
True
song.
story. That's a true story. Barb has seen that, saw that ghost. She saw that ghost out on a date one time, she said.
Wow.
She did. Isn't that right, Barb? She's not listening.
I think she has stepped out.
She's not listening. She's not listening. She stepped out. Okay, that's my song.
All right. Well, then, we come to Mr. Ace Pounder. And there he is.
There he is, right there.
As if by magic. Yeah, that's such a great song, Harry. I love that song.
Well, thank you.
It's you know, it was fun to kind of watch it develop too, because it had got layers upon layers upon layers, and suddenly, you know, so yeah, that's very cool. Very
It's a
cool.
true story. I mean, that's,
At least it's a great ghost story. Truth is in the eye of the well, whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to get philosophical. I'm just here to play music. Except I will say, the song I've chosen with some fear and trembling. Well, not really, but this is a controversial song, and it's controversial because this is, of course, a true story, and it involves me. And my identity in this story is a question. I claim that I was a farm worker. Harry claims that I was just a hippie. Now, there is truth in both perspectives.
a
I will
hippie in a
admit that.
commune. A hippie in a commune.
Well, it wasn't really a commune. We lived
Yeah, it
in a
was.
regular
Yeah.
house. Well, I didn't live in a house. I lived in a barn.
That's where commune people live. They live in barns.
It was funny, you know. Were you raised in a barn? Well, yeah, for a period of time, sure. What the hell, yeah. It was nice. We had one of our friends was this phenomenal artist, and he painted this mural in there, and so I had the most scenic barn in human history. And then, well, then it really takes me to the story about the rooster, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, this is a song about. I was working for this guy who did landscaping and general construction and stuff, and this person from the wealthy outside was going to move in, and so we were doing all kinds of work around her house. And among my many glorious tasks, aside from horse poo scraping, ditch digging, right? Yes, the classic. Oh, man. Yeah, it was glamorous. Anyway, one of the things was I was planting trees, and so I was on the property, and I was wandering, and I saw this. Well, the rest of the story I'll tell you. Well, I was working as a farmhand in Missouri, Ozark County, when I came upon a marker on the ground. All alone beneath some bushes, near a little stream with rushes, it appeared to be a headstone that I found. Well, I guessed that I was walking in what once had been a graveyard. There was nothing much to say, so standing there, it had all been washed away, except for a lonely marker. Only a solitary headstone showed some care. The words still stood out defiantly, affirming with no doubt. He was the grave of Missouri Jane, and she's gone but not forgotten. So let's drink a toast to Missouri Jane and and cheer her time allotted. More than 100 years along, and still she's not forgotten. Missouri Jane died, it said, just short of 1900. Before she lived a life to 25. But something about her caused her friends to celebrate her. So let us keep her memory alive. The words still stood out defiantly, affirming with no doubting. He was the grave of Missouri Jane. She's gone but not forgotten. So let's drink a toast to Missouri Jane and cheer her time allotted. More than 100 years long, and still she's not forgotten. True story.
I like that one.
Well, thank you.
That is good. All right. Well, I think we're going into our final round for the evening. And, well, this song, let's see, my protagonist died in the last one. This song, he gets shot, but he ends up surviving and turns out to be a better man because of it. So maybe there is some redemption there. Well, Sandy Bernard, he is a backyard bard who slips into verse when times get hard. He's gotta make amends with those he offends, 'cause his rapier words say just what he intends to do. Well, he had him a wife, she was always causing strife, bound to end up in prison for the rest of her life. She had more than one name, but her favorite was Jane, and she cried all the time 'cause she was going insane. Boo. Well, I once knew them both, and they scared me so. I looked for them in the alleys everywhere I'd go. Now Jane went wild, went to Sandy and smiled, said, "Guess what, lover? Gonna have us a child." Well, Sandy got mad, didn't want to be a dad. Gonna leave you home, and that's all that he had to say. So Sandy went to town, he was gonna mess around, but Jane found out, she went and tracked him down. She pulled out a gun and said, "I'm ending your fun. You're gonna send up in hell. You'll never see your son go away." Now I saw her pull the trigger and I watched him fall. Then the cops grabbed Jane and they threw her up against the wall. They took Sandy to the dock, he was just down the block. Took a slug from his shoulder while Sandy took stock of his own careless ways and the way he spent his days. The way he treated Jane left him hanging in a haze of guilt. They took Jane to jail, but Sandy paid her bail. Only got probation 'cause the prosecutor failed. Much to his surprise, the jury realized that they were both victims of the way their lives were built. Now I heard Sandy say, "She's my heart's delight." Now Sandy and Jane stay at home with their son every night. Yeah, they turned out all right. They turned out all right. Turned out all right now. All right. All right. And next we have Miss Barbara McMillen.
All righty, I'm going to do that song I was talking about a while ago with the hopeful last verse. Rio and I wrote this in I kind of miss those meetings, extreme co-write DSA meeting. I miss those. It was fun. It used to be fun to do that. I think I'm going to sneeze, y'all. I hope I don't sneeze. I feel the wind a blowing, cool upon my back. Its icy teeth are biting like a mad dog pack. I know I had it coming. Here we go again. I'm so numb from stumbling, don't even feel the rain. Bet he's out there somewhere in a fancy Cadillac. Found his new tomorrow, never looking back. Now I know I had it coming, but that don't ease the pain. I'm so numb from stumbling, don't even feel the rain. Now if I'd have killed that demon, but I never was that strong, it might have turned out different, yeah, I knew it all along. I know I had it coming, can't outrun cocaine. I'm so numb from stumbling, don't even feel the rain. I hear a voice a saying, take that first step of 12 and do a lot of praying to climb that ladder out of hell. Now a brand new day is coming. I get that demon tamed. I'm so numb from stumbling, don't even feel the rain.
All right. Maybe it's time we start bringing those co-writes back. It would be fun to do a few more things like that. I think some of us are getting braver and braver and willing to head out.
I wonder if we could get the half-price books
Well,
again.
either that or we'll have to find another venue somewhere.
Anybody been over there lately? Last time I was over there, they still had that room blocked off.
I hadn't been to that one. I've been to the one in Plano mostly.
They don't have a meeting room there, do they?
No, they don't. It's much smaller than the one. That's their flagship store down there in Dallas. So. And so with that, we have Bill Martin. What you got for us tonight?
The song is about the rapture. it says in the Bible that in the twinkling of an eye, true believers will vanish. And in that context, they're referred to as the salt and the light. This song is called Someday Soon. Someday soon, but I don't know when, we'll be no longer where we've been. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Here's my warning, short and sweet. The one who saves you're going to meet. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. 7 whole years in the tribulation, the covenant broken in the nation. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, and they may see the salt and light is gone. Believers alive will be taken up, and those who remain will drink the cup. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Knees will bow and tongues confess, Jesus is Lord, you'll be cursed or blessed. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. 7 whole years in the tribulation, they'll drink the cup of indignation. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, and they may see the salt and light is gone. My warning, short and sweet. The one who saves you're going to meet. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Knees will bow and tongues confess, Jesus is Lord, be cursed or blessed. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, and they may see the salt and light is gone.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Is that in B, Bill? You did.
Yes, it's in B, and the guitar is tuned to a E, but it's a G type chord, only it's been dropped a step and a half below that.
Okay, I couldn't figure that out.
It's
I was
in
trying
B,
to play with
B,
you, but I
D,
couldn't figure it out. I was like, what is he playing?
A, E, and then F sharp.
Chris, one more shot. You want to do one? Okay, he's passing on that, so that brings us around to Harry.
Brings it around. Okay.
And another harmonica.
Another harmonica, yeah. This is called I Ain't Kin to Jesse Anymore. This is for all those folks out there that when they finally dug up the real Jesse and proved that he was buried where he's supposed to be buried, there's a lot of people got pissed off because they thought they were kin to Jesse, you know. And they're not. Not anymore. You know, there's about every state in the union had someone named they thought was Jesse James. You know, they thought he got away. Maybe they buried someone else in his place. There's all this kind of stories going around. And then finally they got about 8 university labs and everything, forensic laboratories, and they dug up the real Jesse and got a tooth and got some DNA out of it and traced it down to some people that are still living that were known descendants, and the 99.9% sure that the real Jesse James is buried up in Kearney, Missouri, where he's supposed to be. So I wrote a song for those folks that found out that they're not kin to him anymore. Jesse James changed his name. He was buried in Texas. And we're distant cousins, I once heard my grandpa say. With boyish pride, I told my friends how Jesse's blood runs through my veins. Now those show me folks say, Harry, there ain't no way. I ain't kin to Jesse anymore. Those white coats with their microscopes have dug him up for sure. There can't be no denying his DNA ain't lying. I ain't kin to Jesse anymore. Now some things are best left undiscovered, like buried treasure and like proof there ain't no God. Like Pluto ain't no planet, and like why Michael looks like Janet, and why that cute girl won't answer when I knock. I ain't kin to Jesse anymore. She's knocking on the door. Can't blame those folks for trying, or fools like me for crying. I ain't kin to Jesse anymore. From now on, if there's one chance in a million, I could be right, even if I'm wrong. Let me believe what it is I believe in. Let wiser men live well enough alone. I ain't kin to Jesse anymore. My whole world is changing like it never has before. So Lord, don't let nobody dig up any more of my grandpa's distant cousins like Buffalo Bill Cody. 'Cause I ain't kin to Jesse anymore. More. Here we go. I got off on that. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll play it for you next time. Thank you. That's all of it.
All right.
Anyway, that does it.
Give it another go. Just the
Nah,
last
no,
3 or 4
I'll
chords.
do it. I'll do it next time. I need to practice on
I just need to hear the final chord before I can go to sleep
Oh.
tonight.
Yeah, you got to
Okay.
resolve the chord.
it. Just,
Thank you.
Oh, that's
Nothing worse than
Well, I'll do it. I'll do it later. I won't do it. Once I have a brain fart, I can't go back and unfart it.
Can't put it back in. Okay.
You can't. No, you can't put it.
it disturbs the time-space-time continuum.
Yeah,
You have to
there
just
go.
keep going. That's
You
the way
can't
it
put
goes.
it back in.
And anyway, to round
Okay.
out our evening, here is Ace Pounder.
Ah, thank you.
He's gonna pound
Well,
on out.
I'm going to take care of two things at the same time. We've had some religious songs and we've had some Texas songs, so this is kind of a little of both. This is called Rainy Days in Texas, and we just had a good one yesterday, although it's still, I'm sorry, warm rain, yes, it's beautiful. This kind of cold rain stuff, not my favorite. But it's okay because I'm an old man and I just stayed inside. I just didn't deal with it. It wasn't like the good old days where I had to actually interact with it and stuff. So, anyway. Rainy days always tend to melancholy tunes, as if one can't be reflective on a sunny afternoon. But there is something free and easy about a rainy day in Texas. It makes me feel so grateful today. Rainy days in Texas are always welcome. There's nothing like the drops of Texas rain. They fatten and they splash on our faces and our lamps as we laugh and slowly gather to the shade. Thanks for the rain. Thanks for the rain. In other places, rain can be unwelcome. A shower can disturb a Sunday walk. But here in Texas, the rain is always welcome. Except for the times when we get way too much. Rainy days in Texas are always reminders that we are not in charge of wind and rain. That is beyond control of humble mortal souls. How can we not appreciate this day? Thanks for the rain. Thanks for the rain. Thanks for the rain.
Oh, very nice.
Rainy days in Texas.
I'll welcome the warm rains.
Playing good
amen.
songs.
Yeah, not this stuff, but yeah. I
Come
wrote that
August,
up.
we'll want it. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Dallas Songwriters Association, a fabulous conclusion by our own Ace Pounder. And folks, we're here every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 o'clock. You can watch us on Facebook. And now, let's see, don't forget, tomorrow night from 7 o'clock until 9 o'clock at Love and War in Texas. That's at the corner of US 75 and Plano Parkway, the northeast corner in beautiful Plano, Texas. And we will be there on the patio stage. It's a covered patio. It's got little walls and it's got space heaters, so if we need them, we'll have them. But it is going to be a great time, and I hope everybody will come along and join us and participate or just sit and listen and have a fabulous meal at the same time. So anything else we need to get out in the open tonight?
Thank
All
you.
right.
I think we got it.
Yeah. Harry,
You guys
if you
have
would do us the
inspired me.
honor. What's that?
I just want to thank you all because you've inspired me to get back into songwriting and stuff, and I haven't done it in a while.
And Chris, you're doing a great job. That was
Howdy.
really good stuff tonight. So we're looking forward to hearing more.
Yeah, they don't do much up here on the songwriting end of it. It's kind of a weird deal.
Well, thanks for coming and thanks for being here. And if you're ever down this way on the fourth Thursday of the month, come by and be with us at Love.
Oh, I'm planning on it. I'm just like I said, I'm locked down with this past little thing. We're almost done. We got till the 1st of February, then we're done with it.
Well, we'll keep you in our prayers there and our thoughts.
I'm a free man then. Yay!
Yeah.
I think you're about to thank Harry for something, Keith.
I was
right?
just asking Harry if he would do the honors and talk about the red button.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
You should know that.
It's a marvelous little button. You know, all you gotta do is click on it, and all this goes away. It's like a dream or a nightmare.
Well, good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
So
Night.
push on that little button, and everyone
Happy
goes
New
home.
Year.
Adios.